Y'all, it is not Monday. It is Tuesday. Good morning. I was tired. I could not even come up here yesterday and fake a care about a goal. I had made an initial list of the goals that I wanted to accomplish this week, but yesterday I was just tired. You know, there comes a time, like in any goal planning events, where you are just over it. You are over trying to reach your financial goals. You are over trying to do a budget or stick to a budget. You are over trying to do whatever it is you set for yourself to achieve a bigger goal. And yesterday was one of them days for me. I was just like, you know what? But the thing about it is, I know intellectually that A, we always got things we have to do week to week, and B, when we make steps forward in progress, it leaves us in a better place overall. But I'm just telling you guys, I'm just kind of a little tired of achieving right now. So yesterday when I came home from work, I got home. I left work at 3. That was an 8-hour day. I left work at 3, y'all. And I pretty much hung out in bed the entire time, trying to watch Netflix, and I kept falling asleep. But what I would like to accomplish this week, I want to accomplish big tickets, big items that once they're done, they're gonna be done. Like there's no next thing. Like for instance, I have a whole car in my garage that I need to do something about. A whole car. And I feel that once I straighten that out and clear that out of the way, that frees up some good space and a good goal. And when you're tired, when you have a bunch of goals, or when you have goals or something and you find yourself tired, I say don't give up completely. Maybe just dial back. Maybe this week, instead of trying to do 10 goals, maybe I just concentrate on a good 5. But keep moving forward. That's the big idea behind it all. Move forward. Do not stop. Even if you're not going 100 miles per hour, a good 50 miles will still get you to the finish line at some point. Standing still will get you nowhere but where you've always been. This is the other thing. So I just dropped Andre off of work and I'm on my way back home actually. Why? Because the AC is leaking again. So they are coming out first thing this morning between 7 and 8 a.m. And we'll see what's up with that. But yeah, the AC, I'm like, what? All right, guys, lesson number 2. So this in here, can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. It's rusty. And the rust is building up at the bottom and debris is down there. And right here, you see this is another pipe. So the first layer of defense is this is the first pan that fills up with water. But then if it can't get out of here and drain, the water starts falling to the secondary pan, which is what's happening. But he's saying, you know, looking at this rust, this coil is starting to rust out. And that's probably going to be the next thing that I'm going to have replaced. All right, guys, so the AC repairman just left, and I showed you guys what was going on with that situation. The coil unit is rusting out, creating a little bit of a blockage, and it's probably going to have to be replaced sooner than later. My unit is 2008, so it's a little over 10 years old. And so he quoted me the price to have the coil replaced is going to be like $2,300. But no worries, guys, because what do you all know? We save up an emergency fund. We save up money so that when things like this happen, we can easily fund it. We don't have to take out loans or put it on cards, and it is all good. But what I'm going to do is let this thing last as long as it can. I'm not rushing to go get it changed until I see it really spring a leak. We're going to keep rolling with that. And if that pan floods again or whatever, we are going to keep doing what we know how to do to keep that unit going. And then, good morning, beautiful and more productive than me fab family members. Y'all, it is Wednesday, and guess what? Still ain't did a list. And I think I know why. It's because I know that once I write it down, I am going to feel the self-pressure of getting it done. When you make a list, just like Santa Claus, you truly check it twice. And when I make a list, I'm checking it in the morning. How can I maximize my morning, get the most out of it? I'm truly checking it in the afternoons. What can I do in the afternoon to push toward getting this list completed? I'm truly checking it in the evenings. What can I do in the evenings to make things happen, whether I'm tired, whether I feel like it, whether whatever. And so I think that this week I've been feeling tired. And I think it's more like mentally tired. So I think that I just did not make a list. I made a list. I didn't commit to a list. Your girl ain't pulled that list back out to check, confirm, to do nothing. So on Wednesday, our goal list. Hey, beautiful people. Happy Thursday. I trust your week is going well. Mine is going pretty well. Minus the fact that we are underachievers. We are super underachievers this week. But today, Thursday, I thought I would share with you all what would have been on our list had we had a list that we committed to. Number one. Oh, God. This is really making me feel like a super irresponsible adult. I was going to go and do an inspection with my tenant this week. Number two, YouTube class. I did do that. Number three, I was going to schedule a tax appointment this week because I did not do my 2018 taxes yet. Number four, clean the Mitsubishi. Next thing, I was going to find the title to that car. And then the next thing, I was going to set up donating the car. Number 7 on my list, I wanted to verify my Sprint changes because y'all know last weekend, I went to the Sprint store to check on some stuff for my mother, to check on her phone account and all of that. And then I found out that my grandmother had all the extra things added on to her phone. Then I found out that my phone plan was from 1977 and it was time for me to upgrade. Number 8, I did a timeshare tour back in January and I got a voucher. I need to find that voucher so that I can book it and use it before it expires. And I think I would actually like to use it back in Vegas, like go back to Vegas and have a good time there. Number 9, I wanted to shoot an email to this club, Black Girls Do Bike, because I featured them in one of my videos and I wanted to reach out to them to let them know that the video is out. So in number 10 on my list, I said to take these braids out. And it's Thursday, y'all. Y'all still sitting here looking at me looking like this. So good morning, everybody. It is Friday, so happy Friday to you. And we have all of the sun shining in all of our faces. All right, guys. So today is the last day of our to-do list that we barely did and we just talked about yesterday. But it's amazing how much I was able to achieve. For one, remember that inspection? So what I did is I had a friend who lives in the area go out. I arranged it with my tenant, and we've done this before. The same person who does a lot of my maintenance work anyway. And he let me know what needed to be done. And it's not really a lot. Y'all know I did my YouTube class. My last class was on Tuesday. We did that. But I still, oh, let me turn this down. I still want to go through the class again because it's online and I can go through the material. So I still kind of want to do that because I feel like I wasn't really present, like mentally present, to fully take in the class, to fully absorb the class. And that's because, you know, I am team do it all. I'm team do too much all the time. And so it always felt like borrowing. You know how some people what is it? You rob Peter to pay Paul with money. Sometimes I feel like I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul with time. You know, I'm borrowing time from work. Now I got to make up time. I got to pay that work time back. I'm borrowing time to do this. I'm borrowing time to do that. And sometimes I feel like the best way to do a class is to just take time off of work and go to a physical like conference sort of thing and just immerse yourself into the experience. I had thought that my class was at 2 o'clock on Tuesdays. So I thought that, okay, if I just take off on Tuesday, like leave work early on Tuesday and go home and just be present, that was going to be me being immersed in the class. And it wasn't. That was just me being tired. That just didn't work out for me the way I imagined it was going to work out. I was not being realistic with who I am. That's the first thing with goals. Be realistic to who the freak you are, okay? Be realistic to that. If you know you have attention span problems, put yourself in an environment that's going to offer you the least distractions as possible. Being home is not a great environment for me because, again, I'm thinking about all the other things I have to do. If you know that you have a problem using vacation time, you got to talk yourself through that and be like, yo, no, you're not making time up. You're going to take this time off and dedicate it to self-improvement. You got to be honest with who the freak you are. I think a lot of times, most of us, we're not freaking honest. We come up with these cute goals. We come up with these cute dreams, and they're good for the dream us, for the fantasy us, because we all have a fantasy version of ourselves. But be realistic to who you are today. Yes, you're growing to be that other person, but you're not that person yet. So be realistic to who you are today and adjust your goals and adjust your strategies, most importantly. Adjust your strategies accordingly. So that's what I learned about myself in the taking of this class. Cleaning the Mitsubishi. So Andre did go out and he cleaned out the inside of the Mitsubishi. However, we can't get into the trunk. Whatever's in that trunk was Andre's belongings anyway, so it's not nothing important. But what I got to see is in the donating of the car, do they need the key, or could they make a key, or could they just use that car for, I don't know, scrap it for parts or whatever. I guess that's not up for me to figure out. That's up for me to call them and have a conversation. And then, do you take a car where you can't get into the trunk? You don't know what's in that trunk? Hell, I don't know what's in that trunk. Ooh, what if it's a setup? What if something crazy is up in that trunk? Then they come back looking for me like, you have the right to remain silent. Verify Sprint changes, y'all. So I called Sprint yesterday to verify the changes to the plan, and y'all, they were all wrong. They were all wrong. And I think after all is said and done, I think my phone bill is going down like $30. So it was like $233. I think it's like around the 200 mark. And we started taking out this good hair. This right here is, you see pieces of my hair underneath this struggle bun, and then I got the fake hair wrapped around the real hair, wrapped around the fake hair. It's just all up here. This weekend, I'm going to Virginia Beach. I promised them I would not make them help me take my hair out. So I wanted to have my hair pretty much out by tomorrow. I don't know if that's realistic, but at least I got a good bulk of it out, or I'm getting a good bulk of it out myself. Oh, wait, guys. Did I remind y'all to leave a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe. And oh, did I tell y'all that we officially have a tax appointment? We're gonna go do our taxes on September 17th.